On today's episode, we are talking Amazon must-haves, my favorites. Some of them are bestsellers, and some of them are just ones that I really liked, and I cannot wait to share them with you. I've also got a fun announcement, so let's get right into it. Let's get into my first Amazon must-have, and that's this little mini tabletop vacuum. This little vacuum has these little bristles on the bottom. It's rechargeable, so you can just plug it in with the charging cord and use your USB port, and it charges it, so there's no batteries. And all you have to do to turn it on is push this little button on the side. And for demonstration purposes, I've got a little Cheerio here. We're gonna crush it, and you're gonna see just how fun and awesome this is. How satisfying is that noise? Because sometimes you can't always see the crumbs on your table, so this works great. You know it's working because you can hear it. It works great for your craft room as well if you're doing DIYs and all of those. Sometimes you get a little bit of sawdust, sometimes you get a little bit of glitter, and wiping them up doesn't work. Plus, it gets all your rag dirty, so if you can get the crumbs up and the glitter up first and then wipe it down, and DIY Dolly's photobombing me here. The DIY Dolly loves the vacuum too. She's very curious by it. She's like, well, at least it's not as loud as that big one that I hear. The price point for this is around $15. Now the prices can fluctuate, so I'll just provide the link below and you can see where it's at. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, sometimes it's the same. I have no control over that, but right now it's about $15 and it's totally a must-have. I am so excited to tell you about this next product because it is such a game changer. And it is a drink frother, okay? It comes in a little stand like this, and you pull it out and you turn it on and it stirs everything and froths it. The original one I got was this one, and it's really great. It worked really great when it was working, but then it may or may not have gotten knocked off the counter by one of my little monkeys. So I went out searching, and this one actually had much higher reviews. It's a little bit more, but what is really cool about it, this one versus this one, is this one's rechargeable. It also has like the capability to remove this part and wash it, and then it has a second one. Basically, the big win for me is the rechargeable part. This one worked really well when it was working. Now that it's not, there are a few things that I didn't love about it. It's battery operated, so I actually went through like a ton of batteries because I used it all the time. That's how much I loved it. And then it doesn't have the removable whisk, so I would recommend this white one over the battery operated model just for those reasons that I told you about. And I just kind of want to show you how I use it. Now, I mainly use it using these drink mixes that my sister-in-law sells. They're really awesome. Like this one is a good appetite suppressant, as well as is a probiotic, so it's really good for your gut health. And this one is the one I really love, and it's just kind of like an energy boost one, like an after workout one, even though I don't work out. But I mix it with this, which is their collagen, and honestly, I've really been able to like actually remove wrinkles around my eyes and like my chest area that were actually kind of like deep wrinkles by using this. I attribute it to that. So I'm going to show you how I make my drink mixes, but my sister-in-law sells this stuff. If you want more information about it, reach out to her. I'm going to put her email address in the description box below, along with the frother. But let me show you how this works. I just take my drink mix, and I have it already. I have like a room temperature water here, and we take our frother out, right? Turn it on and get it spinning. And this is important because it just really helps. And then you pour in your drink mix, and it's just spinning. And then I'm gonna add my 2 scoops of collagen powder as it's spinning. And that really helps it to blend in there better. 2nd scoop, and really get that mixed, and then you turn it off, and it's like nice and frothy. And then I'll rinse this off, and then I add about 5 ice cubes, and then Let it chill for just a second. And then I have this really refreshing drink that I actually really love. Tastes awesome, but even better, it makes my hair and my skin and my joints better because it has the collagen in it. I love it. Oh yeah, this is super good. If you want to learn more about all of this, reach out to my sister-in-law. It's awesome. So you could use this for coffee products, you could use it for cocoa, you can use it for hot milk, I don't know. There's just a lot of uses for this frother. It's very affordable. I want to say it's around $15. I'm not 100% sure about that, but the link is in the description box below, and I just know you're gonna love this. I'm really surprised just how much I pull this out and use it. I have been getting a lot of my lighting off of Amazon. I just find that they have a lot of options and their prices are very competitive, and you can really get a lot of feedback from other people how they're liking it, which is not always the case in other places, but it's very, very helpful. And I'm just gonna talk about my pendant lights right now, and also maybe this chandelier right above me. They're beautiful and the prices were really, really good. The pendant lights that are over my bar area, I did make a little tweak on the outside. I added some black and gold just to match my decor, not because I didn't like the finish that it came in, but I love the little elegant crystals that hang down from it. And I, like I said, spray painted the exterior a matte black, and then I added like a little touch of gold just because that's kind of where my decor is right now. But the original finish is also really nice, so if that could work for you. And I found it really affordable. I mean, at time of filming, I think it's about $88 for each pendant, and with how high-end looking these light fixtures are, I think it's a really big steal. So don't discount Amazon when it comes to lighting. In fact, I would search there first because you're gonna get a great deal. What on earth is this? It is one of the coolest things that I've seen in a long time. It's just absolutely brilliant. This is the way it is just to store it. All you have to do is flip these up like so, and then you set it down on the countertop, and then you take a Ziploc bag and you slide it into these little things right here. And then you can load up whatever you want inside it. It also goes up really tall, so you can do gallon-sized bags, and they're really affordable. Now, I got a 4-pack, and I don't know why anybody would actually need a 4-pack, except for maybe like at the holiday season when you're doing a lot of leftovers and all of that. But the one I got came in a 4-pack. I think it was around $12, making it like $3 per one of these, which is a fabulous deal in my opinion for how handy this is. You can load in leftovers, you can load in snacks, and it's not closing on you. So this is such a handy tool. I love it. I highly recommend getting some of these. You'll be surprised how much you use them. The link for this is in the description. Have you found something totally amazing on Amazon that you just want to share with me and me to know about? Let me know in the comment section below. I am always looking for cool, innovative products to test out and feature, and also stick with me a little bit longer. I do have an announcement that is exciting to me, and I hope exciting to you. So stick with me and I will make that announcement coming up in just a second. Sometimes there's products out there where you're like, well, why didn't I think of that? And this is one of those products here, this slob-proof touch-up paint pen. These are so cool. So what you're gonna do is take the syringe that's included and suction out some paint that's for your walls, trim, whatever, and put it into the vial here. And then it comes with these little paint brushes. And then all you need to do is push out a little bit of paint and do all your touch-up paint. And then I would rinse off the paintbrush, make sure that that's really clean, and then you put the lid on it, and it lasts for a long time, many years in fact, and you have it just ready to go. It doesn't take up a lot of room and a lot of space, and you can just quickly grab it and touch up paint. I know there's been many times for me where I'm like, oh my word, now I've got to go remix an entire gallon of paint, or maybe even a 5-gallon of paint. That doesn't sound appealing. I don't really want to do that, but if I had a little touch-up pen for each one of my colors ready to go, that makes it super simple and easy, and not intimidating, so I can make those touch-up paints a lot easier. I love this. I think it's $19.99 for two. Not the cheapest, but for how handy it is, I still would recommend it. I think that it's a definite must-have, and I've got it in the description. I've had this blanket for several months now, and I know we're going into summer. I don't even care because I love this throw. It's so soft, so luxurious. I absolutely adore it. To me, it's as soft and as luxurious as those Minky Couture blankets that are kind of expensive. They're really nice too, but this one is only $29.99, and I feel like it is just beautiful. It's so soft. I like to cozy up with it in the evening when I'm relaxing, and even going into the summer, I'll just crank up the air conditioning and snuggle with this blanket anyway. But no, I have it in my bedroom. You may have seen it in previous episodes, but this is just one that I really recommend. It's holding up very well, and it is just so soft and luxurious feeling. So I wanted to share that one with you. Next up are these Real Touch tulips. I have ordered these in pink. I've now ordered them in white, and they are just so real looking. I mean, they're called Real Touch, and they really do live up to the name. They look like real garden tulips, and what's really awesome about them is there's 30 in a bunch, and it's about $21 at the time of recording of this. That's like less than Dollar Tree prices right now, and with the quality of them, you just can't beat it. And you could easily just put this in a Dollar Tree vase, perfect size, and just set them in, and it looks fantastic. You can tuck them in a basket. I've even used the pink ones and other DIYs. So there's a lot of possibilities with these tulips. I love them. I highly recommend them, and I might get them in more colors. I might get more of the white ones because these are fantastic, and I just can't recommend them enough. They're just so classy looking, don't you think? For this next Amazon must-have, it was actually suggested to me by all of you, or several of you. It is a flame light bulb. But the reason I was suggested this is because I recently did a thrift flip where I took a regular floor lamp and converted it into like a lamp post or a street lamp look. And I put in a regular light bulb for that indoors, and several of you suggested what would look really cool is if I got one of these flame light bulbs and used that instead. And you were right, it's really cool. They have lots of different versions of this, and what's really cool is if you flip the light bulb upside down, the flame drops the other directions. And I just think it's so cool to kind of give that vintage like firelight. And I know it's not close to Christmas time right now, but it would look really neat at Christmas time in a lot of different applications. So I just think this is a really cool product that you'll definitely want to check out. I think 2 light bulbs are about $12, which is pretty good considering the price of light bulbs right now and the price of everything right now. Everything's going up, right? Unfortunately. But I love these light bulbs. I think they're really cool and worth checking out. So this next product that I am going to recommend, I actually featured in my last episode. If you haven't seen that episode, you're definitely going to want to check it out because I created this really cool outdoor water fountain very, very easily. I mean, a beginner could do this. There's no complicated stuff in this DIY. It was kind of a mix of a planter and a water fountain, and it was really, really fun. But I found this solar powered water fountain, and I just think it's so cool because during the day it stores up all of this energy, and it has a fountain, and you have lots of different tips that you can put on. Some shoot up straight, some of it kind of shoot out to the side, some like just bubble up. So there's a lot of different tips that you can put on depending on where you're using this or what your preference is. But one of the coolest features of this is what it does at night, because it lights up with a multicolor effect, which is just kind of fun at night. and a fun way to add a little excitement with the sound of water, because it still does that for several hours, and it lasts pretty much till morning till it recharges it up again. And I just think it's such a cool find. I just love the sound of water fountains and waterfalls, so anytime I can get that little ambiance, plus have like a little light feature and it not run energy but just run off of the power of the sun, I'm all for that. So at filming, I think it's around $37, $38 right now. Sometimes they have a little coupon that you can attach. You definitely can get some that are a little bit less money, but they don't have that cool light feature at night, and to me that is like everything. So definitely worth checking out and adding to your front porch, your back patio, wherever. It's awesome. Next up is this really handy invention by Command. It's these little spray bottle hangers that you can put in so many different locations. I think it's really cool to attach them underneath your sink, right where you keep your cleaning supplies. Hang the ones that you use the most on these bottle hangers. They're pretty strong, and then you can pull them off and it doesn't leave any damage. You can hang them in all of your bathrooms, just any location that you want to keep cleaner, and it does awesome. So you just reach in, easily grab your cleaner instead of having to like rummage through stuff. I recently cleaned out under my sink. It was pretty bad. Anyways, it just makes it really handy to grab the cleaners that you use the most, and it takes advantage of that door cabinet space or additional space that maybe you didn't have before. And so a really cool invention. Totally recommend. I think I got like a 6-pack for $21, which is pretty good price, I think, for the functionality of it. So definitely must check out item. Okay, I promised you an announcement, and the announcement is that I am going to start live streaming on Amazon. And what that essentially means is I'm going to be over on Amazon through my storefront. If you're following me there already, great. If not, go over and follow me, because what it's going to do is it's going to notify you every time I'm live streaming over there. And the cool thing about this is then you can ask me questions. I'm going to be able to interact with you a lot more than I do on this channel here. So it just is an opportunity to interact with me in a different way, see what some of my favorite things are, things that I recommend, and I'm really excited about that aspect. My plan is to start live streaming in June, and I hope to see you over there as well. So if you enjoyed this episode, here's another one that I think you'll like as well. And if you haven't done so already, consider hitting that subscribe button right here. It's super easy to do, and I would love it if you joined the DIY Niner family. And to all of my DIY Niners, I just want to remind you once again that you are more powerful than you know. We'll see you next time. Bye.